Hi there, I'm Mark Baxter, and today we're going to celebrate the differences we hear in the human voice. I've invited my friend Dr. Dan from Down Under to join me for today's video so we can showcase the difference between our vocal tone and timbre. Dr. Dan is a tenor and I'm a baritone, so we're looking forward to showing you how our different anatomies sound across a variety of notes and scales.
Oh man, what a weird dream. Now, it is a good idea for a video, but I wonder how I would shoot something like that. There's quite a bit of confusion about voice classifications, especially in contemporary singing. Everybody sweats the sopranos and tenors, they get all the glory, and us altos and baritones can feel like second-class citizens. Everyone thinks that it's always distinguished by range, but there's just a very few notes that are different between the different ranges. More than anything, what divides an alto from a soprano, a baritone from a tenor, is the timbre of the voice. The word timbre, which is spelled like this, simply means the character or quality, the tone or the musical color of an instrument or a voice. But what's important to remember is that every voice has a unique character because no two people have exactly the same anatomy. Even identical twins don't have exactly the same vocal signature. A good way to think of voice classifications is exactly how saxophones are arranged. Here on the left you see a soprano, the next one in is an alto saxophone, and the first one with the curve is called a tenor sax. The next one, a little larger, is a baritone saxophone, and the one all the way on the right is a bass saxophone. Now I bring up the saxophones because it's easy to see that the sizes of each instrument are different. Not so easy to see that in humans. It's the infrastructure, what's going on inside us, that really determines what our classification is. And there's a very small difference between a tenor and a baritone, and between a soprano and an alto. Really just two notes separate each singer. And so it is the character, it is the timbre that really determines who is called a tenor and who is called a baritone. So I have asked my good friend, Dr. Dan, to do some comparative singing with me. So we're going to start out by singing the same note so you really get a side-by-side comparison. Listen to the different tones as we both sing the exact same pitch.
Ya.
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 So as you can hear, it's the tone of our voices that really distinguishes us two. Since Dr. Dan's vocal folds are a little bit smaller than mine, he's more comfortable singing that higher note. My folds are a little bit larger than his, so I'm more comfortable singing that lowest note. But where the differences become more evident is where our transitions occur, where our folds have to thin down or thicken. Often it's called the passaggio or the bridge, and that's what really distinguishes a baritone from a tenor. You have a listen to a 5-note scale, the two of us singing the same thing.
Ya.
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 Ya. And now to get even a better comparison, we'll both sing a 9-note scale, and we'll take it up higher, up to high C. And so this time you'll really hear where I have to transition sooner than he does, and my voice loses some shimmer. And as he's trying to sing that lower C, again, he has to work a little bit harder, so it doesn't quite have the body and the sound. Let's take a listen. hear my vocal folds are having to make a bit of a transition. And listen to how much more brilliant his voice sounds here. He's much more comfortable singing these notes than I am. Keep in mind, this is us maintaining the same volume and not pushing or driving the sound. In contemporary music, a lot of times, baritones are singing up in tenor ranges because we're allowed to push more. The sounds are a little more aggressive. That's not allowed in classical music, and so those classifications are really reserved for more classical or legit singing.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Always remember, you're a unique voice with unique attributes in tone and timbre. Much of what drives your uniqueness is your anatomy, so don't fight it. Embrace it. Love it. Learn to work with your voice and you'll be a lot happier about your sound and your wonderful individuality. Time to sign off, but before I do, make sure you check out Dr. Dan's YouTube channel, Voice Essentials. I've left a link in the description below. I'm sure you'll get a lot from his videos. So jump over to his channel and subscribe. Until I see you next time, I'm Mark Baxter for Lesson.com.
Oh man, I must have dozed off again. Wow, it's like that Dr. Dan guy's taking over my dreams.